What's up, everybody? Squirrel Man here. Um, just want to give another update. I'm trying to make more videos lately, trying to come up with more content, more stuff to talk about. Today, I wanted to talk about why you can't find a job. And really, today, there's like, even as crappy as our economy is right now and all the bad stuff that's going on right now, the negativity, there's still no excuse why you can't find a job. Because with COVID and everything, they were paying people to stay home, and now there's a whole flock of people out there that don't want to go to work. They're so entitled; they feel like they're entitled to a free check. So there's so many companies out there that are hiring that need people. They really do. But having said that, I want to say if you're actively out there looking for work and you're not finding a job, you're doing stuff wrong. You need to look in the mirror and suck it up and say you've been screwing up. You're not doing something right. You're doing something wrong. First thing I want to talk about is your resume. Your resume, guys, come on. You got to use your common sense when it comes to building resumes, dude. It's really not that hard. First of all, when you fill out an application, they only want to go back 7 years. If you're 30 years old, they don't want to go back. They don't care about that job you had when you were 15. They don't care. They just want to know 7 years. And if you had a big gap between this job and that job, let's call it a year, and they're like, okay, what were you doing for this whole year? Just lie. It's not a big deal. Just come up with a lie they can't poke a hole in. You know what I do? A long time ago, years ago, I had my own little pressure cleaning business. I go around to people's houses and clean their driveways, and that's not something I can prove on paper, So that's a really good way to fill a void in your resume because people see that as honest work. So if you didn't have a job for that year and you said, all you have to do is say, hey, I was mowing yards, just write down Bob Jenkins Lawn Service or something. And when they're gonna call you up and be like, what's this Bob Jenkins Lawn Service? Be like, oh, I was hard up on money. I just, I had a little truck and I went out and bought a mower and a weed eater, and I would just go around house to house and just do a little bit of landscape. And they're like, oh, okay, that's good. And for the ladies, you too. I mean, you guys could say, oh, I was doing hair and nails or something. Just come up with something that they can't find on paper, something that they can't Google and see and poke holes in. It's not that hard. You don't put jobs on there that you got fired from. If I got fired from a job, you think I'm going to put that on a resume? It'd be different. Like I had a job years ago. I was selling tires, and I was there for like a year and a half. But one day I just got fed up with my boss, and I just walked out. But I was still working honestly for a year and a half. So do you think I still put that on my resume? Yeah, I do. I don't care. Yeah, I walked out. I didn't give him a 2 weeks notice. But I still put it on my resume because I was a good worker. What's he going to say about me? Oh, he was here for this long, but then he left with no notice. That's not the worst that can happen today, Yeah, like I say, you can put jobs on there like that, but if you got fired for something really bad, like maybe you got into a fight with a coworker, don't put that on there. Trust me, don't put that on there. Just like I said, put in the Bob Jenkins Lawn Service or something like that. It's not complicated. People want to hire you. They really do. They want to hire you. Just don't give them an excuse not to. Because they're looking for every reason to want to hire you. They want you. They need somebody to fill that void, to do that job. Because they're dying right now. A lot of these companies around here, they are dying right now. That's why they're paying so much. The other thing is you need to get real with yourself. You need to decide, do you want to party and act like a 16-year-old, or do you want to grow up? Because you need to grow up. If you want a real job and you want to be able to afford a house and decent car and all that stuff, grow up. Stop doing what you're doing. And everybody drug tests now. There's a reason for that. And a lot of it has to do with insurance companies. Everybody drug tests now. So you gotta decide. You want to smoke weed and be broke, or do you want to make money with all the rest of us? You know, I quit smoking weed like so was it like 2 years ago? I don't care. I don't miss it. You know, I had a terrible problem with weed when I was younger, and that was my problem. You know, I couldn't come to grips with reality and realize that what I was doing was I was destroying myself, and that's why I wasn't getting anywhere because I was putting weed in front of everything. If every time you're out looking for a job and you say, well, I can't work there because they're going to drug test me, dude, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to get further than Subway or McDonald's. I'm telling you, you're not going to get anywhere. And the other thing is, look at the people you hang out with, dude. Like, I don't have any friends. I had to dump all my friends because they all party. You know, I can't hang out with people like that because all they're going to do is drag me down. And if you want to get anywhere in life, especially if you just had a kid or you have kids, man, grow up, dude. Those little kids are looking at you every day. They're looking up to you. You are their whole world. You know, grow up. Set a good example for those kids. Do you want them to grow up and do what you're doing right now? Ask yourself, look yourself in the mirror. Do I want little Bobby or Susie doing what I'm doing right now? You probably don't. You know? And for you ladies, it's so like depressing to watch some of the guys you date. It really is. I mean, like it's so depressing. You guys think you can date the bum on the bar stool. That's what I call him, the bum on the bar stool, and actually get ahead in life. It's not going to happen. That guy's never going to change. You met him on a bar stool. That's where he's going to stay. You know? Go for the boring guy. You know what? The boring guy works every day. He can pay his bills. He can afford to take you on a vacation once a year. And all his money is honest money. So you never have to sit there in the back of your mind with that paranoia wondering if the cops are going to knock on your door one day or pull you over and find a bunch of junk in your car and you're going to go to jail. You don't have to worry about that. That paranoia and anxiety is gone. You know? If the cops walked in my house right now, I wouldn't give a damn. You know, I don't got nothing to hide. I don't do nothing illegal. I don't care. And you have any idea how good that makes me feel? Like I don't have to worry about that every day. You know, I'll take the smaller check just to not have to worry about that anymore. And that's why I dumped all my friends. But if you're sitting there wondering why you can't find a good job, look in the mirror, dude. Look in the mirror. You are the reason. You are your own worst enemy. You know, if you're like, well, I don't want to stop my partying life, dude. What do you want? Do you want the nice house? Or what do you want? Which one do you want? You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, which one do I want? I mean, most of this is common sense. And nowadays, it's like this young generation. Oh my God, y'all are so ridiculous the way you guys act. You guys are so entitled. You know, I'm 41. I'm so glad I grew up in the generation that I did. I was born in 82. Gee, I am so grateful for it. Because you guys are born with cell phones in your hands. You guys have never lived life outside of the internet. Do you have any idea what that looks like? So anyway, if you need help building a resume, dude, there's plenty of places you can go. And if you want references, don't use your friends as references. If your friend parties all the time, guess what? They probably wake up at 2:00 in the afternoon. If I'm running a business and I'm trying to do a background check on you, I'm probably calling these people at 9:00 in the morning when that person is sleeping. You know, that reference you put down, that dude's sleeping off a hangover. You know, put down, like, if your mom has a friend she's had forever. You know, that lady, she's older. She wakes up at 6:00 in the morning. Put her down. You know, the person that's known you since you were little. The neighbor across the street that says hi to you all the time. Put those people down. They would love to help you out. They just want to see you succeed. Especially you young people, man. These older people really want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you sit on your ass. You know, if some young person come up to me that maybe I've known for a while and say, "Hey, Ben, can I put you on my resume as a reference?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead, man. I'll help you out. I don't care. I don't want to see you broke." No rational, good person wants to see anybody go broke, you know? And if they do, they're a piece of shit. You know? You wouldn't want to hang out with that person to begin with. So, I always try to give positive information in these videos, man. And I always say if one person out here is watching this and I'm helping you, then all of this was totally worth it. I don't make these videos because I want to be, famous and all that stuff. I'm furthest thing from Mr. Beast, I promise you. You know? You can watch my videos. There's no special effects, no garbage that I put in my videos. I don't need any of that. I'm just trying to relay a message to you. And today's message is the resume. It's not hard. Like I said, go back only 7 years. Don't put jobs on there that you were fired from for doing something stupid. Stop doing drugs. It's not complicated, and it saves you a lot of money. Stop hanging out with bums. Bums will do nothing but drag you down. I promise you, they will do nothing but drag you down. And use reasonable references. Remember, people that sleep till 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon are not a good reference. And the other thing is, and I should probably make a whole other video out of this, but the people you're partying with, ask yourself this: would I really have anything in common with this person if we weren't smoking weed or doing drugs or drinking together? Take away all that and ask yourself, would I really hang out with this person? Would I have anything in common with them? Because the chances are you probably wouldn't. Just take away all that, and you're hanging out with this person, you're trying to do something that has nothing to do with getting messed up. How boring would this person be? Would you have anything to talk to them about? Because if you wouldn't, then that person's not really your friend anyway. They're not for you. Sure, my life is boring all the time, but I don't have any of the paranoia and anxiety that a lot of people get, And the people that say, oh my God, I got to have a drink. Oh my God, I got to smoke this weed. I don't have any of that. I don't care. I look forward to maybe going to the gym or riding my bike. I mean, if you know me by now, that's really what I'm all about. It's just going out riding, that few hours of joy and happiness is what I live for now, But if you're a young person and you want to do good, please take my advice. Listen to older people. Look at your neighbor who seems boring, but he has stuff. Ask him a few questions like, man, what would I have to do to get this? I want to be boring and content too. I guarantee they'd be happy to talk to you. It's not hard. Older people love helping young people, the young people that are sincere. Once you seem like you're being a smart ass, that's when they walk away. But any reasonable older person wants to help you, because I would. I know a lot of older people that would love to help a young person, because you are the future. If you're a screw up and a million other screw ups just like you, what's that going to do for our country, man? It's not going to do nothing. We need you out there being honest and working and raising good kids, honest kids, doing good things. That's how you ensure the future of the country. This is not complicated. So if you take away anything from what I'm saying right now, I guess it's common sense and weighing your odds and ends is what I'm saying. So if you have any questions, just message me. It's you see my information there. So anyway, closing out, please like and subscribe, Squirrel Man. All right, common sense ain't common.